Leslie, Gio, Paulo, Mr. and Mrs. Rana, mga kapatid ni FOL, kamag-anak, his co-workers in Allied Bank, of course, Tony Chua was here. Ladies and gentlemen, magandang gabi ho sa inyong lahat. Before anything else, permit me to extend our deepest and most sincerest condolences and sympathy to you, the loved ones of FOL. The actual year escapes me, but I recall first meeting FOL sometime in 2003 when he was when he had marketing head responsibility at Equitable Card Network. At the time, I further recall that Equitable had just lost the Philippine Airlines account, and there was an obvious need for them to offer a new credit card program. Without going into much business detail, our company was not actually in a good position, but here we were working with FOL and his team, that included Myre at the time, working with us to launch a new travel-related credit card program under our brand. In our first few engagements, FOL and I found an easy openness in the business relationship. In many ways, we found common ground between us personally, not the least of which was that we were both married to ladies from Pampanga. Siguro naman binabanggit niya sa iyo. So we would, both of us would compare notes. Okay. So how it was to be married to somebody from Pampanga. FOL had many positions in his banking career. Just like me, he started at Far East Bank, doing loans and discounts, and rested his banking career in credit cards just like I did. He did very well in his field, such that he found himself always, to your point, he found himself always at the receiving end of many job offers. So medyo po yun. Okay? Hindi lang naman nagyayabang. Something that I remember telling him during our lunch. Okay? When FOL left Equitable, which by the time it was already BDO, to join a technology company, I felt a sense of loss for the credit card industry, given FOL's talent and potential contributions. That sense of loss, however, was quickly reversed when FOL decided to join the industry again through Allied Bank. I remember Myre and I having lunch with him years ago, trying to convince him to take on the opportunity at Allied Bank. FOL was always someone who loved fresh challenges, but he equally knew what he was worth. To FOL's credit, Peter Yap, who hired him into Allied Bank, would not settle for anyone other than FOL. And so it was during his time at Allied Bank that we worked even closer. I won't pretend to speak for our friends at Philippine Airlines and Mabuhay Miles, but I'd like to think that even they found it a pleasure to have worked with FOL. FOL did his best. In a span of a few short years, FOL built a substantial banking business that earned for him and his team recognition and awards. Life, however, is never perfect. In the face of disappointments and frustrations, both small and large, that came his way, FOL always chose to see the funny side that always made things bearable and lighter for him. It was an extremely rare meeting or lunch that wouldn't find FOL sharing a laugh or a funny side of any situation. There was always something to laugh about with FOL. While in truth, we are a vendor, FOL never treated us or made us feel that we were just suppliers. He simply never made it hard for us to deal with him, just as he never had to ask us twice. It was always a pleasure to spend time with FOL and his team during the many product launches and business planning sessions, and I knew that he always appreciated our support and that he spoke well of us. FOL did best what he thought to do because he genuinely loved his work as banker or professional weekend photographer and entrepreneur. but it was not always about business or work for FOL. Not the biggest thing for us in the credit card industry, but a couple of years I called FOL personally for an increase in my personal credit line because I wanted to do something that's not normally done, which is to buy a car with a credit card. A down payment lang naman. I wanted to use my Allied Bank card as down payment of a vehicle I was buying. He and I knew that what I wanted, which is to earn the Mabuhay miles on my card, wasn't profitable for him. I would earn the Mabuhay miles, but I wouldn't be paying him interest. Sorry, Mr. Chua. Of course, he said, no problem. For FOL, it was always about being a friend first. At later times, he would ask me how was the car I bought, and I would still feel a sense of embarrassment in the sense that I took a tiny advantage of his kindness. At Christmas time, we always look forward, me and my team, we always look forward to FOL's invitation to attend their Christmas party. Apart from the good entertainment, they always have very, very good entertainment and fellowship. FOL's Christmas parties were as good an opportunity to see his leadership, how he rallied his team to achieve business growth, and more importantly, how he was so respected and loved by his people. FOL never failed to give credit to thank the people who helped him along the way. With his planned move to a new employer, the last few months may not have been very easy for FOL. Moving to a new job meant new challenges, and he knew it was not going to be easy. If not for the fact that he was also leaving behind what he himself created in Allied Bank. Despite the challenges he was going to face, the severing of his ties, he chose to do what he believed was right for those he loved most, and that was his family. So tonight, I say farewell to a decent and good man, a good and dear friend above all. In his memory, we will continue to support what he began at Allied Bank and PNB, of course. Thank you, FOL, for having given us the pleasure of your company and the gift of your friendship. We will miss you and keep your memory alive over the years. Thank you very much.